Okay, hopefully everyone can hear everything, and let me just get some music playing. Anyone who's new to this, because this used to be a members only perk on SHB, anyone who's not used to this is where you can ask any questions, but I'm also kind of using this like a feedback form, like what you like about everything and what you don't like about everything this past 4 or 5 days. So yeah, I just want to know what everyone's opinions are. Be brutal. It's okay. If you don't like something, I can take it, because my god, people have said everything to me on the internet, and I can't even repeat some of the things people have said to me over the years. So anything you tell me, I promise I can take it.
Hey everyone.
Right then. How was your first day of acting? That's a good question. How was your first day of acting?
What? That was the first stream we did here. It was
with the little robot, yeah.
It was really fun. I really liked it. I had a lot of fun doing it.
Was your husband playing the egg pawns? He indeed was. I'm making it really easy for him, you know? I don't want to throw him in at the deep end.
Yes,
and
exactly.
be like, yeah, you're playing all the main characters now, and you just got to figure this out. It's your first time ever properly acting, and you're doing it live, and you got to do an impressive job. That's a lot of pressure to give anybody.
Yeah.
Fish looking swaggy as ever, he really is.
Hi
Omega, hi Gadget, hi Gabriel, Batbaz, Count Anonymous, Crimson. You guys know who you are, I know who you are. Yeah, you're basically using everything here as mainly a feedback form. Oh, by the way, people are calling the current egg pawn Master Roshi.
Why? Oh, okay, never mind. Yep.
You're typing in the chat.
I'm swimming in the chat.
Simultaneously because I was busy for most of this week. I think we're lost in the story so far. Okay, obviously I don't want to spoil anything too much, but if you have any particular questions, I'll see if I can answer it without giving really big spoilers. Hey, what's up? We're answering questions. If you've been following the story so far, which only has 4 episodes, let me know what you think to everything, and if there's anything you don't like. Guessing Rosemary's not an alcoholic here. I wouldn't have thought so, because they're kind of in a bit of an apocalypse here. I think it would be a bit much for her to still have her expensive wine collection. I don't think she'd be like, you know, gotta know what the Eggy is up to so I can get a feel for what to do with Moon. Oh, that's the biggest spoiler telling you that.
Yes,
that's
exactly.
That's the biggest spoiler.
That is.
That's why I'm here. I want to like discuss what everyone can do with their characters, because I know I really want to make this story more interactive than the last one. But yeah, I don't want to have to give a massive spoiler on Eggman. I will say that I don't think it would work the same way as it was in the last season for working for Eggman. I think things are more complicated with him right now. That's all I'm going to say.
They are, yes, exactly.
Things are more complicated. Require rules of engagement. Okay, so it's basically the same rules as before, you know, you can't strong arm everything saying, Mom, my character says that he is just killed Eggman now and it's the end of everything. But that's not cool, obviously. But I feel like you guys know the basics. Yeah. If you're here and you've been here long enough, then I feel like you're not going to be saying that. I love your Blaze voice. Thank you very much, Cloud. Kind of confusing the environment. The entire world and apocalypse are just a small portion. Kind of just the entire world. I don't want to make it that this is like real countries again, though, because it's so narrow. When we did it last time, making it as we went along, it was based just in modern day California because that was kind of funnier when we were just playing the games, but as the story went on, it's like that's very limiting. So this is a fictitious world.
Yes.
With, I like to think, a lot less landmass than the real Earth, because the real Earth actually, for as much as it's a lot of water, it is a lot of land, and there's a lot of kingdoms. Even now things have been consolidated a lot through human history. It's still too much to keep track of for this storyteller. So I'm gonna say it's just a made-up, different planet, which we can call Mobius for sake of argument.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It was good in the comics, that name, and it's good now.
That's a good question. How long until YouTube donations are going to be available?
That is how long is a piece of string. It really depends when we get to 3,000 watch hours.
We must get to 3,000 watch hours for us to be eligible to have super chats. And the way to make this go faster is if you go back and rewatch the streams, every single hour counts towards the goal. It's 3,000 total, and then we can have super chats back on the channel.
Okay, Very Lost with This Realm was younger, Sonic the Hedgehog cast overall, Tails on the young character. Okay, basically I have made it in a zone I think is convenient for the story. So Tails is younger, so I can still play him, obviously. That one kind of answers itself.
Yes.
And as for making the rest of the teen cast younger than that, if I made them too young, then Amy would be the eldest, and that would be very weird. So it has to be adjusted a little bit. So basically, I'm imagining that any characters from the original series that were teens are in their early 20s, and the little kid characters are still little kids. That's basically it. That's how I'm working it. That the little children are still little children, and the teens are just, like 5 years older, approximately.
Exactly.
5, 6, 7 years older.
Yeah, give or take, exactly.
So that's the best way I can explain it. Please keep questions coming. I'm happy to answer everything. How are you getting on without any Swan Amy fanfiction? Amy is crushed by this. She can't believe it's cancelled. How are you liking the cursed hatch to be an ever-present threat following ABC? I think that works well. I really do. That worked very well. We're on Tiny Planet for Sonic CD. You know what? Let's just say it's a combination of that, yeah. Yeah, please keep questions coming. Please. Please, please, please. I'm happy to answer them.
Did Ronald McDonald survive the...
No Milo. I don't see any need for Milo in this story. I basically only made him so I could continue doing a little boy fox, but if Tails the little boy, then there's no reason for him to exist in this world.
Yes, exactly.
Ronald McDonald survived the apocalypse. I think he would, though.
Yeah, he would. He would totally survive the apocalypse.
If this is an apocalypse of brainwashed people, they still gotta eat.
Yeah, exactly.
Brainwashed. Think about it like in the SpongeBob movie. They're all brainwashed and they're still eating Plankton's burgers.
Yes.
Like, brainwashed people still gotta eat. That's what I'm gonna say. I was gonna ask, wouldn't all McDonald's be out of order because the food expired? I don't think McDonald's American actual food. No, it doesn't expire anyway. They've shown this.
No, hang on. Look, if you look this up, there's this one news report of a McDonald's cheeseburger that literally I think it was more than 20
The
years.
only thing that rots is the lettuce.
Yes, the only thing that rots is the lettuce.
Yeah, that's the only thing that
rots. The
rots.
burger kept on going for so long, and it wasn't even degrading.
Will good things start happening to Amy now? Yeah, I mean, I think good things are instantly going to happen because, she's no longer with her version of Sonic, who honestly wasn't good for her.
She's kind of hit rock bottom, so it can only go up from
Exactly,
here.
she can only get better. I think what she thinks she wants and what she needs are going to be different things, and that's the narrative of this whole thing. The characters' ages. Yeah, basically, any of the kids are little kids, like Cream, Tails, Zoe, they're going to be children, and then the teen characters are going to be early 20s. For the sake of not making Amy the eldest because she's already aged up to be in her early 20s. Yes,
exactly.
Make versions of Amino Seas live in this world, but also want to keep her OG versions back pockets used later. How to make it not confusing? That is a very confusing thing, I think, for me and for everybody else.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure why you'd need to have both. I think for everyone's enjoyment, it may be best to just pick a lane for each character. I'm not saying, for example, if you had 3 characters, 2 of them could be from this one and 1 of them could be the old one, or vice versa, but it might be more complicated to say. I'm not banning it, of course I'm not, but I'm saying that I think the audience and us, we're going to struggle to follow it. Can you tell us more about these waves Tails mentioned? I can't tell you too much more because that's kind of the main plot, but I'm going to say that, yeah, it's a brainwash apocalypse. That's what it is, Just kind of think a less comical version of the SpongeBob movie with the plankton bucket helmets.
Yes.
But without the need of the helmets. Is Jet still being funny? I mean, he might be brainwashed, to be honest. I think Loki's performance was pretty legendary. I think it'd be kind of weird to try and follow up that.
Yeah, it was pretty legendary.
Oh, hang on. Gadget says, for those with co-donation issues, check with your card provider. Certain prepaid or cash app-like cards need pre-approval verification fee. Okay, thank you. I don't know this because, well, I'm the producer of the story and not the follower of it, so I don't keep track of all that thing. Thank you very much, Gadget. That's really, really helpful. I've just pinned that. Could Milo be recolored to be a new character? It's cheap, isn't it? But it could work. Yeah. It's a cheapskate move, but free character. If anybody has any ideas of what he should be, though, let me know. The problem is that I think for me, I very much have this attitude built up, and the voice is the same as Tails, so he could never really appear at the same time as him. Why doesn't Amy use her super strength? I don't really imagine that she has it. She's like a magical girl. She has strength in the specific context of wielding that magic hammer. Yes. I don't think she can, punch people on the face and just, knock them to the floor. I never, ever played her with that in mind. Yeah, we're just talking about the McDonald's burger there.
Yes,
we'll
McDonald's.
move on from the McDonald's burger. That's getting way off topic. Does it mean Kareem is a kid again or a teenager? Definitely I've made her a little girl again because I don't want it to be that Tails is the only child. Yes, exactly. Everything's been thought through about the ages of the characters. I promise you it's not random. It may look random, but I have a reason for everything. But yeah, I didn't want Tails to be the only child. Having grown Cream and little Tails would be very weird. And it was weird in the last show. would still be in her early 30s. You know, I feel like she'd still lie about her age.
Yeah.
You know, mother is mother, and she would always lie.
No one really knows what her actual age is.
Anyway, I'm losing my place in the chat. Well, hang on. Oh my goodness, it's coming in too fast. I'm way behind. I'm sorry. Even marriage certificate even survived in the white void. She never had one in the first place.
No, she didn't even get a ring.
It wasn't even a proper wedding, you know? Who's to say if that was even legally binding? Amy's never gonna admit that, though. What do you have as a good story ideas for both versions? Well, look, if you can think of a way to distinguish it, go for it, but I personally can't actually, I'm gonna be honest, I can't think of a way that could be distinguished easily. That's Gadget there being an amazing mod, helping out with people. Thank you so much.
I will say he's absolutely right. Using PayPal is a lot easier than using anything else.
I wouldn't know.
No,
so.
yeah, it is. It is.
Brainwash Jet. Yeah, he probably deserves it. He probably deserves it. Mentioned acid rains, other things, swamp gas, dust storms, other environmental dangers outside of the safe zones. We're gonna say yes for the sake of argument. I'm gonna say that the main parts of the cities do not have that, and the forests don't have that, but there's lots of danger zones between those zones. You know, that there's... You know, for example, you don't go from London to the forest in one quick jump. It's... So if you imagine your outskirts of London, that sort of thing, that's the danger zone.
These ends fun.
That's all hail plankton, yeah. That's basically
all hail plankton.
Whose idea was to make the egg bot a freaking creeper? Well, that was not my idea. I'm gonna put it that way. Basically, with these robots, I said you've got a free reign. This is just like help him test out acting, mucking about, and role playing. I said like, do what you want with them. They're throwaway characters. They're literally just throwaway robots.
Oh yeah. Intel from.
Oh, hang on a minute.
E123.
Maybe I've missed some of those. I wasn't expecting anybody to send Kofi's.
Omega.
I wasn't even expecting that. Thank you very much, Omega. So this series is called Sonic Dimensions, which leaves the travel to other parallel universes kind of open-ended. Without spoiling anything, do you anticipate the plot staying in this world for a while? At least for a little while. Basically, for this story, Omega, my idea is that it's in arcs, so this current storyline, it won't be for the show forevermore. You know, I'm not going to leave them in an apocalypse wasteland. They will fix problems. Basically, I don't want to have the show be like the last one where they felt there was no progress. There was a lot of complaints about things just staying in the same place. So I'm moving more towards a model of like comic book arcs.
Yes.
So this is an overarching story which may take a while to get to the end of, but there is an ending in mind. And they'll move to the next story. So that's basically where I'm going with this. Yeah, definitely there'll be... The next storyline, yes, would be a different dimension plot, so that's why it's called that. But yeah, definitely working like comic book arcs. Is Tails' dad Bolt still around? You'll have to ask Tails that one. That one's a spoiler because I have a funny idea for it. How long will we be saying this dimension? Oh, there we go. I basically explained that same one. That's the same answer. We've got a dab in there. Hopefully that's a good dab. I don't think this thing is a bad dab. Will we get more Creepbot adventures? I mean, he's not going anywhere for now.
You know, I'm so glad some of you liked him. I saw a lot of people really enjoyed his appearance.
I don't like using PayPal because it takes percentage like YouTube. I don't know if PayPal takes percentage from the donor. YouTube takes a third. I will say YouTube takes a much larger chunk of the change than PayPal does. PayPal takes a fraction. So when someone donates, for example, on an Apple iPhone, Apple takes their cut, and then YouTube takes their cut as well. So ultimately, it ends up being about half.
Yeah, 50%.
Whereas on PayPal, it's roughly 15%.
Yeah.
Taken off. So that's how different it is. So you know, obviously, I've got no option for YouTube right now. When I do have the option, I'll add it. But for anybody who wants to support creators, taking it to Ko-fi does support them a lot more. That's just the truth. I'm not telling anybody what to do. All I'm saying is right now, I literally can't have YouTube donations.
Yeah, not yet. We cannot have it yet.
Trying to knock out the obvious repeated questions here. So there's going to be a new Discord Ko-fi based. Add my OC, and is there going to be a new theme song? Okay. As for the new Discord, I'm gonna see if my brother would be happy to transfer ownership of the current one to me. And then I'll just rebrand it, because that would seem the simplest and easiest thing to do, but if he for some reason won't do that, I'll make a new one. That's the answer to that one, but I'll just wait and see. And we're gonna have a new theme song. That's another question I was going to ask. What do you think to the intro as it is? Do we like it? Do we hate it? There was a lot of positive response to it at first, but I don't know if that's because it's just new and people don't like it now. So I was planning on changing it kind of for every arc anyway. I will say that. It was not going to stay the same for the next story arc. And the add my OC thing, I'm going to leave that for now because if it's anything like last time, it was mostly mail requests, and this poor boy here is being thrown at the deep end as it is, so I was going to just leave it a bit for now. I will, however, have a couple of different characters in the Ko-fi shop very soon. His mind immediately went to simping. What's going on? I mean, I don't think that's that shocking. We are married.
Wait.
What are your favourite hobbies? Right now, all I do is work on this house, you know, regular chores, go to the gym, and do the channel. That's my life right now. What's about the original Sonic? I mean, the original Sonic can't come back because that's my brother's character, and he doesn't want to do the show anymore, so there's just nothing I can do about that.
Yes, exactly.
It's just like, if you don't like that, you just have to go back and watch the old stuff because there's just... I can't force him back, you know, he doesn't want to do it. Hopefully everyone can like this boy instead. I like how me to speak Eggfish. It gives you a chance to think while you improvise. Are you confident enjoying your role as the Eggplant? I think so.
Oh yeah,
he's
trust
been
me.
Loving it
I haven't. None of what was said was pre-planned. Everything was on the spot.
There's no script. I've made it very to get him used to the idea of improv. I've just had basically no rules, a very, very loose outline of what I want to happen, and so just like, let's just figure it out.
I've come up with everything on the spot. So basically, the story with the first Eggplant about him having a family and a little kid.
That cracked me up. That was hilarious.
That was pretty funny. That was literally all on the spot, and the other Eggplant being a bit sweet at first, but then turning into a Cubot. That was also improv.
Because of course it was. Hang on a minute. God, I'm getting way behind the chat. I'm sorry, guys.
At least people have lots of questions. You know, at least we're not just sitting here just...
Yeah, I know. There's a lot.
There's a lot.
The next one is probably going to be worse. Amy, the next what? This world? I don't think so. She wasn't that happy in the last one. Spider Bro, again, I can't... If anybody's just hoping for me to bring back the old world, I cannot do that. Because that would rely on bringing my brother back to act as the characters. I refuse to recast. The whole reason of going to a different dimension is to avoid a technical recast.
Yes.
That's very cringy, no one likes it, and it just leaves room to say, no, that's not the same, you've got to do it the same way, and there's just no room for creativity, no room for any freedom for having a new voice actor on board. That's just not fair to them, so I'm afraid if that's what you're hoping for, you can't have it. I'm sorry, I can't make him do it. That's all I can say. But I have got a much better plan here, and I've learned so much over the past 2.5 years that I think everyone logically will like it a lot better because I'm really listening to what everybody wants and trying to get everybody from the crowd more involved rather than less. And if anybody's here just for romance, I will say that if I'm acting alongside my husband, that makes it a lot more authentic than acting alongside my baby brother.
This is massive stonks for anybody that has, like, shipping. Like,
yeah, it's like, if you guys are here for the ships and for the romance... Honestly, this is logically going to be 10 times more believable because we are in love. We are really, really fond of each other, to say the least. And when you're with a baby brother, it's like, I always say this, it's playing with a Barbie and a Ken doll. We are genuinely in love. That was us playing with toys. That's the difference. So if you're here for the ships, this logically is going to go a lot better. YouTube technically is more expensive options. There's not only cuts on the channel, but donations are more expensive by text Carolines. Exactly, yeah, exactly. You can get so many more words in on Ko-fi. It's crazy.
Can, absolutely.
I think I worked it out. You'd have to spend at least $20 to have.
On the other one, yeah. On YouTube, yes.
At least.
Yeah.
Might be more like 50. So we learn more about this world. What intel can we actually share that we help the characters? What if we have more questions than answers? That's fine if there's more questions than answers. It's totally fine. Because obviously, it's a fine balance for me, isn't it? I don't want to tell you everything I have in mind, because that's really boring. I will say the way Gadget is playing it is absolutely fantastic. Yes. I was like, oh my god, that is so helpful, it's so smart. Not that everyone has to copy him, and that'd be kind of boring anyway.
Yeah, exactly, everybody do their own thing.
But yeah, that was a very clever way around it. I think we're going to learn a lot more very quickly, basically. But I don't imagine that anybody wants to roleplay being a brainwashed character, so I'm not even going to tell you any more about that because that's completely boring. You know, everyone
God.
wants to have some agency.
Sorry, I've just noticed that everybody loves Creepy's like screams. Literally, I've seen
I
like
think the
6
filter
comments.
makes it sound really good. That's
It's
why.
like 6 comments or so of people just saying, "I love the scream," or "Can you do the scream?"
Will our original Amy be kept as the main character across all the different dimensions? That is the idea so far. Yes. What are the current view hours? Let's speed run to the memberships. Okay, hold on a minute.
We
Let
can
me
find
just
out,
check.
yeah.
It's not stellar because there's not that much on the channel right now. I gotta be honest with you, it can't get there that fast.
Massive shout out to Digital Viper for that.
Right
banner.
now, and I think it needs to update, we're at 785 watch hours, so we're not really that far off. I think
Hey guys, we're almost a third of the way there.
that means in a couple of weeks we'll be there.
Yeah.
That's what that means. So unless anybody wants to help speed it up by just looping the playlist.
Well, yeah, exactly. You know, just on your free time, if you could just leave the phone just playing on loop, the watch, you know, basically the playlist that you made,
Yeah.
that would speed it up significantly.
Will Ruby and Opal still be in the series? No, because they're children of my brother's shadow, basically, and that just, again, it doesn't make any sense to me. What inspired the current intro? I think in my head, kind of like the series, when it was good, I hated the second series, of the Disney Plus Loki series.
Oh yeah.
Kind of that vibe, and it makes sense given the different dimension thing. Let's see if we got any more. Have you ever thought you wanted to make another YouTube membership channel? That we can only do that, Angel, when we get to 3,000 watch hours, and currently we are not even a third of the way there.
As soon as we're able to do all that stuff,
I
we
will
will add
set
it
it
back.
up
Yeah,
when
we
I
will add it
can.
all back. Yep.
Change the intro for each arc would be a good change. I think so. I thought that was fun. You know, people seem to be okay with the story. What's that? Was that on there?
Noise. There we go.
Wait, how is Mighty's thing all grey?
It's because of Chatbot or Nightbot, whatever his name is.
Oh, I didn't like it.
He didn't like it. Yeah.
How weird. I
That's
liked it for a
weird,
moment, but the theme song should change, update plot, character, location. Exactly, yeah, I think I don't want to keep it just one thing, the intro, forevermore. I quite like to change it.
Intel from Fox Goddess Tarasu.
I don't know why it's not updating on here. It's been working everywhere else. Thank you, Fox Goddess. See, so what you're saying is OC's come out. I don't know if the Hispanic Turlos don't seem romance leads. Hispanic Turlos would be absolutely hilarious, and I would be all about that.
Yeah, you could do that. You could do that.
Hispanic. He's just a Latin lover stereotype now.
Yes. You know what? I will make your money so worth it if you do that.
Nightbot is going mad with power. Okay, I will take a look at that. Don't worry though, because we can see the chats anyway. So even if it blocks it,
Yeah, even if it blocks it, we can
we
still
can
see
still
it.
see it. So don't worry about
Yeah.
it. Don't worry about it. I'll sort it out for the next story stream. Do not worry. I've lost where I'm up to. I like the new series. Thank you, Earthbound Gamer. So there's no Amy in this world. I guess that Amy has to live with the fact that she has no family anymore. I mean, basically, yeah.
Yeah.
That I hadn't actually thought about that because Amy's more focused on Sonic anyway.
Yeah.
She's not even thinking about her mum right now. Does this point that Amy's story until now maybe not relevant anymore? I mean, it is extremely relevant because it's her whole character motivation.
Yes, exactly. That is.
I've
her-
utilised it to me. It's been turned into her character motivation.
Yes, exactly. So we're not just grabbing everything that she's already gone through and just throwing it out.
No, if I did that, then I just have a new Amy.
Yeah, exactly. We would have just redone the entire thing
Yeah, the way
completely.
to honour the original story is the fact that Amy will always remember it.
Yes, exactly.
That is the idea of how I can carry it on without the same actor, you know?
I'm afraid of what a Shat and Rouge ship will sound like.
I mean, we'll get there when we get there.
We'll get there when we get there. That's all we're gonna say.
I'm here for the comedy and expect the unexpected. That's the way to be, Earthbound Gamer. So I prefer Ko-fi over YouTube, less spending. Exactly, and we don't have such a cut taken off anyway, so it's just a win-win, and you get to say so much more.
Yeah, exactly. It is a
So,
major win-win.
Even when we do open up the YouTube chat, which should only be in a couple of weeks from now, I would still say that the Ko-fi is a better option for everybody, especially if they want to chat a lot. What was your plan with Sage and Milo and Eclipse? In the old world, I mean, the idea was just for Sage to carry on being, like, shared princess with Elise of the Eggland, you know?
Yeah.
And Milo, I don't know, he was just kind of reformed. And Eclipse, he was never my character, so I had nothing to do with the character being on the show.
It seems a bit unfair for us to decide the ending of any character that,
To be honest, since you got the name there, you can tell me what you think should happen to him. I'll take that as the ending for him.
What?
And no, Eclipse here, I'll take Eclipse's word for what should happen to Eclipse.
Oh yeah, exactly, yeah.
Honestly, Eclipse, if
yeah,
you want
you know
to say
what?
what
If
happened
anybody
to him,
has the right to, yeah, exactly. You know what? Eclipse.
You tell me.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, will Sally Acorn show up? Maybe.
Perhaps.
That's a possibility. Literally looping at my tablet. Android 17, you're a legend. Thank you. Have my guinea pig watch up school. That can't be good for the guinea pig, but we'll go with it.
No, what are you talking about? That's very good for the guinea pig.
Is it okay for previous scene characters to re-envision for the Yosh radio show since Amy is only to past loss? Yes, I think so. I don't want to be a real hard ass about it, dictating the rules, because honestly, all of you guys here, I pretty much trust you not to do the wrong thing. We've been doing this for so long now together. I feel like it's a really collaborative effort, and I mean, you've never done anything wrong, Micey. You know that.
Yeah, exactly.
No one's ever told you off and said, "Oh, you're annoying me."
No.
This is called to arms. Watch the streams repeatedly for the death of Eggman. I mean, it would definitely speed it up. If all of you guys watching right now did that, that would definitely speed it up. On the bright side, Amy no longer has to fear of Honey. I mean, not for now, but we never know.
Hispanic turles.
Is there a way we can bring back the actual Kofi messages appear on screen again during streams? I actually would have to look at how to do that. But also, the problem is that the Kofi messages, as we were just saying, can be really, really long.
The thing is, so specifically right now, we can take a look into that Jumper TV, but the problem is that we're only getting messages through Kofi, so they are just going to stack over each other.
Exactly. So the problem is that what happens, often because the story beats are going a certain way, you'll get no donations for a while, and then it'll be three all at once.
All three at once, and
so you wouldn't actually see them anyway.
And because we can only take Kofi donations for the time being, they are going to overlap each other.
So I will say that another problem is, so you look at the screen right now, hang on, I'm going to move the characters along. So let's just imagine we've got a character here, and one here, and one here, and one here. You see, the problem is then, the writing either goes on top of them or behind them. On top of them, I don't like how that looks, I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
And behind them also looks kind of silly.
That is a good looking fish on the screen.
He is a handsome fish, look at him. There's dimply fat. So yeah, it's really just a matter of finding a way to fit all the text, because think about it, and you max out the text on Kofi, it is really long. And unless you made the writing so tiny you couldn't read it, it would not comfortably fit. So that would be the problem. We'll see Mother again. Absolutely we will, just not right now, that's all. Just not right now. Not immediately. Well, Spike and Indy meant to be long main characters. Yeah, and I've talked about this on SHB. I was told last minute with no notice that my brother didn't want to do the show anymore, and I had to talk him into even doing the last episodes to wrap up the story that was supposed to be much longer. So I'm really happy that anyone liked it, because that was truly me taking 2 days to think of a whole ending for a very, very long-going story. I tried to do my best, you know, but yeah, I was last minute, so I'm sorry if that seemed very confusing to all of you. I really am. Request more request. You can even for a short gag, come back and say I told you to sort of line to disappear. You know what? Maybe she could. I really do see her as being a holiday special, and we're at that time of year right now.
She's
There's
iconic.
nothing coming up. Hang on a minute, we've got another Kofi. Thank you. I was not really expecting any today. Thank you, Razira. I'm sorry this is not related to the current plot. Forgot to ask prior to start the new series. Wondering what you thought to P.P. Juarez and Schrodinger's Amy. This one will not be returning. Okay, listen, they were both very funny, especially the P.P. Juarez thing. That existed obviously in a context, though. Well, I'm laughing right now, so that tells you the reaction we all had. Okay, hang on a minute. I've lost my place in the chat again. The fish should join the main cast. He'd be very hard to explain.
Mr. Enrique Eggfish.
Didn't Sally and Amy make up after Max died in season 1? Yeah, but I mean, this would be a different version of Sally who's never even met Amy.
Yes, exactly.
And that's up to Amy to know if she wants to be mature enough to let it go or not.
Yes, Digital Viper. He is not floating in midair. What he's doing is he's using his cane to prop up his entire weight.
I god, I can see it now!
Yeah.
I thought he was just floating on vibes alone. But yeah, Jump TV, the problem is, even if you wanted to see the overlap messages, I think the problem for me is that it just clogs up the screen a lot. And there's really no denying that. Thank you, Azura. I will admit I was disappointed that every time I had Hampton the pilot pig appear, which is always shortly after characters say when pigs fly, not one character ever seems to catch the irony of the expression. I am so sorry. I never caught that. That was me being stupid. And I apologise for that. That was you being much funnier than I was. That. Honestly, sometimes you're so focused on staying in character, making sure you're reading the words correctly, maintaining the accent, maintaining everything, that little things like that go over my head. So I'm very sorry for that. That's me being stupid and not your fault at all. Very, very sorry. That was very funny. And I can honestly say, no, I did not notice. I wasn't snubbing it, didn't notice. If Rosemary Tales and others are holed up at the camp to hide from the waves, can I have some live chat roleplay our characters being that camp too? Absolutely you can, yes. Absolutely you can. I was hoping everyone would catch on to that, but that's why I'm doing this right now, you know. I didn't want to give too many spoilers ahead of time because you want to learn some things, so I was figuring that every week we could do a little check-in.
Yeah.
You know, because Tuesdays are kind of the slowest days anyway.
Yeah, at least for the time being, we could definitely just do some check-ins, see how people
are at least every other week, I would have thought.
Yeah, exactly.
This whole Adventure is an Amy arc. Well, yeah, that kind of, again, has to be the case because I did lose my male voice actor, and I'm in the process of kind of training a new one. So it kind of is. Sally and Amy beef is transdimensional. I believe so. I mean, it was funny the first time, it was funny the second time. I think he never showed us Jet Genius left interpretation based on Spike's horrified, disgusting screams. I can honestly say there was never any plans to show what he looked like. He was going to stay in the egg forever, even when it was all conceived of as a very long, ongoing story. Like Mighty was saying, creating new versions of characters for Yosh Radio. Would it be better to create new versions for every world, or a character that can travel with Amy through the show? I just wanted to leave it up to you guys.
It's entirely
I'm not going to say
you.
one's better or the other. I really think that it's better for you to do what you're more comfortable with. That's my idea all along, was for everyone to do what they thought they wanted. Because I understand some people, it's all about the lore, and then some people say, oh no, I want to make a new character. Like it's a new game of Dungeons & Dragons. Hang on a minute. Thank you, Omega. I will say, even if they don't appear on screen, having the co-donors appear in the chat like before, I believe Nightbot handled that is nice. Okay, I'm gonna lie to you. I tried that several times and it has not been working. I'm gonna have a look at it again tomorrow because it is this fish's day off tomorrow, so
yes.
Maybe 2 heads will be better than 1.
We'll take a look at it.
I have really been struggling with it. I wasted basically all day on Friday trying to get it set up the way it looks right now at all, because I had to make it this more techno font. I had to go into the code and manually overwrite things.
Jesus Christ, okay.
Yeah, I had to go into the CSS coding, and that was not the most fun thing I've ever done. It took far longer than I thought, but at that point I was like, in for a penny, in for a pound, I'm gonna figure this out. So I did, but there are some things I didn't get to the bottom of. But tomorrow we've got 2 heads, better than 1. Will we see Elise in the reboot? Not for now. I really don't see there be any reason to right now. What could be cool is seeing Amy be more transformative, learning more from adventures than she previously. That's kind of my idea going forward. I want it to be that there's more change in this storyline because it's going to be worked into arcs rather than this one big overarching mess. Yeah. You know, I really want to learn from everything that happened before and what everyone likes, what they don't like. I say Amy should have some versions of her original friends. Exactly, and that's where the chat comes in.
Yes.
It's the fact that so many people are carried over, you know? That's where the chat comes in, is the friends. Can Sales Tuesday ever come back on Yosh Radio? I mean, you're good at games.
Yeah, I can play the games.
You're good at games.
Well, I have definitely played some games in my time.
Yeah,
yes.
I'm not good at them, so if it was just up to me, I'd be like, nope, sorry, that can never happen
no,
again.
absolutely. That's something that can happen. Yeah, that's not a problem at all.
Because something that could happen is that I could play both characters and you could just play the game. That could work, because honestly, it's really hard to act and play a game at the same time.
Yeah.
It's really, really, really hard.
You can have a third character like I could do, but just to check in occasionally.
Yeah,
yeah exactly.
For RP reasons, would supply drivers be a thing? Like, would the vehicles be not work with waves? No, the vehicles definitely would work. I really imagine the waves are just a brainwashing wave. Like, it should not logically affect supply chains beyond the fact that people run supply chains and they're only allowed to do what the brainwashing will let them do.
Yeah.
Without spoiling anything, please give me a logical way I can bring back a Mama Robotnik to this world. Okay, that's a very good question.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty straightforward. Okay.
She can literally be Eggman's mum. I want to point out, that was always my brother had something against the Mama Robotnik character. He didn't want to make Eggman's mother. I don't know why. He never explained why he didn't like it. I was never me. I never had anything against that. So in this world, she can literally just be his long-suffering mother.
Yes.
Okay, and she doesn't even know what's going on with him. He doesn't talk to her. He cut her off years ago, because, you know, he's evil. Of course, he doesn't call his mom on Sundays.
Yeah.
Evil men don't call their mums on a Sunday. No. Simple as that. So she doesn't even know what he's up to. He blocked her on everything. And she is his long-suffering mum. There you go. If you don't want her to be brainwashed, just say she's in one of the safe zones. And she could still be a fat ass if you'd like. There we go. That's the best thing I can answer it with. I keep on losing my place in the chat. There are so many questions. Guys, if you want to repeat them, please don't be shy about repeating questions. I really don't mind.
Yes, it's fine. This is literally what this stream is all about.
Yeah, if I haven't answered something within kind of 15 minutes, just repeat it. What could be cool? Oh, I'm going too far back now. Sorry.
Eggfish is a gangster.
Eggfish is a gangster. Maybe before making any changes, you could put to a vote here. Find a way to get the full messages back. Keep it as it is. My vote is to keep it as it is. Okay, listen, I'm gonna say for now that vote means a lot to me. We'll take a look at it tomorrow. That's what I'm gonna say. We'll take a look at it tomorrow and see if we can rearrange things to look better. So before I put it to a vote, I'll actually see what's possible.
Yes,
and what
exactly.
Looks right.
We'll see what we can do.
Because if it just looks really ugly, then I'm just gonna have to veto it.
Yeah.
But if I can find a way to make it look neat and tidy, we'll go for that. I think that seems like a fair compromise. I'm gonna keep playing Omega's chat subroutine across the arcs. Chat subroutine concept makes that easy. I love that. It's a very clever idea. So, I mean, like, I don't want to tell you guys what to do too much because sometimes your ideas are so much better than mine could be anyway.
Well, look, we want everybody to be involved with the channel as
if
well.
I'm here to guide you if you're really lost. You know, if I just don't know what to do.
Like this new series is meant to have the fans be more, you know,
more part of it.
Yeah, more part of it. That's why. I mean, you guys came up with the vast majority of us came up with Yosh Radio.
Exactly.
The banner was done by one of the fans.
Exactly. So I think the whole thing, I really wanted to feel more like we're all in a Dungeons & Dragons game together. Yeah. With more, unlike those games, very optional levels of participation.
Yes, exactly.
You know. That was the whole thing. Have you played Sonic Racing Cross Worlds?
Yes, I have.
Have you played it?
I played it on my Switch.
Oh.
I had it when it was free.
Oh, the free, yeah, he played the free one. We don't actually own the game. It was on my brother's computer, so we don't actually own the game.
We do not own the game, but yes, that can be arranged.
What about Tangle the Lemur and Whisper the Wolf? You know, Gadget here is out to take it into his own hands, saying that Diamond Cutters are still a thing as their own kind of resistance troop, and honestly, I'm all about that idea. That's a very smart idea, and I like it. Oh my goodness, thank you, hang on a minute. Where were we up to?
There we go.
I wasn't keeping track of the Ko-fis because I wasn't imagining anybody sent them. Thank you very much for the support. Thank you, Cyborg Cat. It's kind of ironic that Amy used to say Sally wasn't canon in her old universe. They're trying to date Sonic. Now she's the one actually not canon in this universe.
Oh my
she's probably trying to date Sonic. Oh my god! Yes. It's come full circle. That's so smart.
You're getting more. There's more after this one.
Okay, thank you, Razira. The important question is, will she still be a burlesque dancer? Wait, who?
Who?
Wait, who are we talking about?
Wait, I'm talking about...
I don't know. Who was the burlesque dancer?
Oh no.
I don't know, I'm sorry. So, someone just ping me in the chat with the answer. Thank you, Jericho. How long will Amy stay in the set of dimension? Will she be randomly jumping between dimensions like Silver did? No, not randomly. Everything's with a story, and I will not be updating us with a new cast of the same characters over and over again because it's very, very lame. I promise you it'll all make sense, and no. You feel free to get attached to the characters in this new dimension because we're sticking with those guys.
We're sticking with this, yeah.
We're sticking with those guys. It's just the context and the world around them will change, you know, because I'm going to let them kind of conquer things and get over things and move on. How can we be friends with Amy and others without being too helpful or mess with the planned conflict of the episode? Can I have a little more context, please? Hispanic Turles. It's okay, you can read them out. Just tell me, don't be shy. Is it okay for Turles to be Amy's survivor, chef, caretaker on her journey, not joined up the hip or anything, just to make sure she's okay? Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, that's been extremely helpful for an explanation of how she's been surviving at all.
Yeah.
I hadn't really thought too hard about it, so you actually are filling a plot hole, and I'm very grateful for that, so yes, please carry on with that. Very, very helpful. Jumper TV, I'm not quite sure what you mean in that question, with how we be friends without being too helpful. If we could have a little more context, that would be great. Listen, Zippy, I'm not good at games. I can't play them, they're too hard. They're too hard. If I'm acting and reading the chat, I can't keep up with it.
I tell you what, whenever we do a gaming series, I'm assuming that is like that can be within the plans of like similar to Tales Tuesday.
Yeah.
I'll be happy to play the games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it for now because I'm getting everything established
Yes,
here.
exactly.
It'd be very weird for Tales to all of a sudden be like, we're just playing a game now. But yeah, when things get a bit more established in the story,
yes,
into a new normal. Adam, I can guarantee you'll see Sally again. It's been long enough, hasn't it? She didn't even appear in season 2. Hang on a minute, I got behind a couple of things here.
Hashtag Fish Friday.
Egg porn gaming, honestly, why not? This means I can get obsessed with Sonic again? Honestly, yes, because like I said, any ships are logically gonna sail a lot better.
Any ship that
Oh, Mama Robotnik's a burlesque dancer in her heyday! Would come out her time for special occasions. I forgot about that.
Oh my god.
Okay, so yeah, you know what? If she wants to be a burlesque dancer, she can be. I can't imagine there be any demand for it in this world any more so than the other one.
Yeah.
I forgot that, but yeah. I mean, she's allowed to be Eggman's mom because that's actually what she was supposed to be. It was just kind of weird making it the sister-in-law. I'm not quite sure why.
Yeah, exactly.
Lockie forced that one. SHB and Yosh Radio Wiki. Yeah, feel free. Go ahead. I'm very, very eager for everyone to document things if they'd like to. Not that I'm forcing anybody to, but that's very, very cool that people are interested in documenting the story that I've been making up for a little while now. Without spoilers, can we get a rough layout of locations, place names? We know the outskirts of the danger zone. Would the danger zone be called the wild, no man lands as such, safe zone, just city or resistance base? Okay, so I imagine there's Robotropolis, which is where we're based.
Yep.
And then there's the outskirts, just called the outskirts, the danger zone basically. And then beyond that we have the Great Forest, which is the safe zone.
Yes.
So that's the place names I've come up with so far. If anyone has further ideas, let me know, but for now that's kind of all the locations I need.
So far, yes, exactly.
Sour cream dimension. She should just be sent off to her own, honestly. She messed up. She's heckin' messed up. Big the Hat is too simple to get mind controlled. And honestly, like he has too many friends. They wouldn't let him just get taken over by the brainwaves. Because if you just obviously stick in a bunch of trees, it's not actually that hard to avoid it. Would Charm be too brainwashed? Is that too OP? I think I've made it literally even Sonic is not immune to the brainwaves. Yeah. So maybe okay, it's funny, and I wouldn't say no, you're not allowed, but I will say it may present some plot holes if everybody in the chat is just like, yeah, my character can't be controlled by it.
Yeah, that's not.
If everybody said that does become a bit lame.
Yes, it does.
As they show the new series to her wife, she got lost in translation. Thought everyone died. Oh no! Then again, she's only watched the one episode. She's also busy work she liked. Okay. Well, they kind of did. She's not actually wrong. They kind of did die in a way. Where's my Granny Prower? She would have to be rethought. Maybe I'd do a voice for her. Originally, I was going to. It was literally a last-minute change that my brother voiced her anyway. So maybe she'd sound a bit cuter. Varial variants by Saturn, Sonic cartoon, or large comics. Basically, yeah, I'm obviously with my own twist on it, because I will say I've actually never read the comics or watched the cartoon, so I can't base it too heavily on it because I don't know.
Yes.
But that's probably for the best, you know,
yes,
that
exactly.
I can't
that's
do
part,
that.
Yeah.
Can you hear what Sally's voice sounds like? You don't mind, just curious. You can listen to her in the old streams, but I was hoping maybe to update her voice a bit and make it sound a bit more unique.
Yeah.
Because I started voicing her when I was not as confident in voice acting, so hopefully I can make it sound a little more unique this time. General Granny Proud, the Egg Forces. Oh my god, what if she is? What if she's just fully brainwashed? Poor woman. Makes sense, trying to make an iPad kid who doesn't have an iPad, so I'm hitting some roadblocks. I mean, he'd just be losing the plot without his iPad.
He would, yeah, he would.
No, the thing is, it could just be that if you chat as Charmy, the communicator, think about it, is his only tech. He'd just be spamming annoying things.
Yes, exactly,
in there.
he would, because that's the...
Think about it, that's his only source of tech
That's his only
entertainment.
source of... Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I think your Sally voice is good, Connie. Thank you. I think it was just not distinct enough maybe from other voices. It's like my generic American girl voice, you know. So for Moon, would it work to have her have some sort of tech that protects her from the waves so she can move further while still working for Eggy? Absolutely, and that's kind of what I imagined for Fiona.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you the truth. I imagine there being a little implant
On
to grant immunity, because obviously the Empire would suffer a little bit. But basically, the current storyline is that no one really knows what's going on anymore in the Empire, because one day everything changed to be this brainwaves plan.
Yes.
So maybe even Moon doesn't know what's going on, and she can't find the Doctor, because no one knows what he's up to anymore. He seems to have changed plan, and even Moon is lost with that. For content being too helpful, for example, when Amy was asking for new clothes and people offered them, she suddenly got very picky. Could we deliver things to New Dimension? I think with things like that, it could be a little bit of an overreach to say, oh, I'm just going to give a new outfit in particular about outfits, because that requires different artwork, obviously.
Yeah.
So if you're like, oh, I've got this blue sundress for you, it's like, okay, logically Amy should say yes to it, but she can't say yes to it because I don't have any blue sundress on. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
If you said, for example, oh, I've got a mount of fries and ketchup for you, that's fine.
That's fine,
So
yeah.
it's very much about, well, is this possible to present on screen?
Yes.
And with the clothes, we obviously have set up a precedent that there has to be a visual to match the character.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
can't just say, this red dress is blue, now you've got to remember that, because that's too much.
Yes.
But that's basically it. So it could help in a way that doesn't mean I have to update the art immediately.
Yes, exactly.
Difference.
Anything that does not change or interfere with the art.
Granny Prower is no longer on Earth, just what the British Empire is. Exactly. So I'd have to rethink it, but that doesn't matter because it should be a recast anyway. Question 5, last from the Peanut Gallery here, I love that. Have Honey make clothes for Amy, now she owes her money in that dimension too, Thith. You know, I wasn't going to do that for now, but maybe when Amy comes to have a redesign, because it'd be quite cool to give her a different outfit redesign.
It would be,
That
yes.
could happen.
It would be.
We're not going to get rid of Honey, she can come back.
She's iconic.
Good, yeah, I got some ideas for Moon with that. Okay, good, I'm glad you have, because everyone loves her. The sales invented a device specifically to give intel. Would he name it the Tattletale? He would absolutely not call it that, but if you guys want to call it that, please run with it.
The Tattletale.
He would never call it that.
Yes, I love that.
He'd think that was demeaning. Okay, last call for questions here, guys, because they take a little while to come in.
Yeah.
So everyone give up the last questions. If you've got more, ask them in the comments. I love Honey here. I mean, she survived in every season,
Yes.
so why shouldn't she come back in this one? What are Evie and Omega? Omega, I imagine, is out of commission right now, but this version of Omega is looking for the body to take over it. So
I did like
love
that.
the idea.
Yes,
That's
I
a
did like
great
that.
idea.
Yes.
And for Evie, I mean, she's an interdimensional being anyway, so I imagine she's the same as ever. Absolutely would welcome Styx, Marine, Shade, and Lanolin. Okay. Lanolin, I'm happy to bring back. We already have artwork of her, and I like her. She's cute. Maroin is in her pirate get-up right now, but I do actually, hang on a minute, let me just find it. We do have the season 1 artwork of her being little, which I probably would use.
There it is. Oh wait, no, that's the legacy.
No, it's the old ones. Dawn. I know I have her in her original little outfit. The only problem is I don't think she had a hell of a lot of expressions. But it doesn't matter because we're not going to Blaze's world yet anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
As for Styx, she would require an updated artwork, and I would not be against bringing her back. Hopefully with a slightly different version of the voice, one that I can maintain a little better. I'm trying to get back down to the bottom here. Meta-wise, the Intel drone basically the same as Badger U-Corp drones and more like Streamer Robot. More like the Streamer Robot in the sense that it was made to be helpful and not just to spy on people. So my idea is that it was supposed to be built for the Resistance to keep in contact with each other. And if ever it doesn't make sense, it's because the robot's gone a little haywire. And people are just abusing the hell out of the Intel line.
Yes.
Which is fine. It doesn't have to actually be Intel, I'm just calling it that to make it look cool. Is Mother at least alive? Do you think I'd kill Mother off?
There's no way. There's no way.
Why would I get rid of one of my best
around.
characters? Do you want to be Moon's strange pet fish?
Yes.
Yes, well we can canonize that. The fat little fish with the bling bling.
Yes, exactly.
We can canonize that. Blaze Wilderness versus a democracy where koalas are respected. You know, I'm not going to veto the idea because I think it's a good one. If Marine comes back, the Blaze is bound to return. Absolutely. Hashtag Mother is immortal. Exactly. When we close the stream shortly, can we do a bit with Eggporn 69 and Bunny? Wait, which one was Eggporn 69?
There was no Eggporn 69. There was 3056, there was 3056-A, and there was the other one, 5067, if I'm not mistaken.
Maybe we could just say that he means creepy.
Creepy? Wait, why Bunny? Oh, I think I know. Yeah, like we can definitely.
Are we going to see Cream again? Very, very shortly, Colton, yes. It was a 69th egg porn.
It was. I think that's what they're calling creepy, but that was not what I called him.
Well, that's his name now anyway. I just called him creepy.
Creepy?
Because he was in fact rather creepy.
Creepy porn.
Rouge coming back would be extremely likely, seeing that she is on the channel banner. Guys, I would not kill off one of my most popular characters. That would be crazy work. Why? I'm not taking pieces off the board. The only pieces been taken off the board are the ones taken off for me. I'm not taking my own pieces off the board. Dexter being the reboot, he has no reason to exist in this world. Yeah. At present, he has no reason to exist.
He's kind of a freak.
A freak with a PH. And Dave, I feel like he was done to death.
Yes.
You know, so I'm gonna say no for now. I never say never, but no for now. And maybe this time, we could have different kind of characters. The direct an episode idea. Once this show has a chance to run for a good while, we would DM you. Yes, absolutely, I'd be open to that idea. Just not right now, obviously, because that would be crazy. No one even knows where to go with it. We don't have enough information.
Exactly. We don't have enough you know.
Who would you like to bring back or introduce, regardless of existence of art needing an update? Questions for both of you. Oh, okay. I want to bring back Sally's character, obviously, and probably, I want to bring back, like, Bonnie, the Freedom Fighters, and Nicole as well. They'd be pretty cool to have. Cool. I don't know if Bonnie's current artwork makes a lot of sense for a post-apocalyptic world, her full-on sexy gear. I don't know if that one makes a lot of sense. And as for Nicole, that's the old art style, which I feel I do like to have the updated Ronix art. But if Dexter got a happy ending, exactly. Like, I tried to tie off all the ends to make sure everyone had a happy ending. You should try Antoine. Could you do a fake French accent?
I think I would have to work on it. Like, I don't really know what, like, the French accent actually sounds like.
Well, you ever watched Beauty and the Beast in English?
No.
Did you watch it in Spanish?
I did.
Does he have a French accent?
He does not.
The candlestick doesn't sound French?
No.
Why not? That was his whole thing. He's just around French.
French fish.
I can't believe that. He'd lose all his personality without his French accent. Vote for Rocha. Okay, I think I just want to go easy on this poor boy here. I don't want to throw him at the deep end with characters that are supposed to have strong personalities. We're just testing the waters for now.
Yes.
One character at a time. As for girl characters or little boy characters, please feel free, throw all the pressure on me because I've been doing this for a very long time now. Uncle Chuck managed to survive all the seasons without going senile. Was he not senile a little bit? I mean, to be honest, he was giving senile a bit at the end there. Great news about Dave and Dexter's disappearance! Well, the Chaos Aliens return, not for the time being. I really can't think of any reason for that. The Candlestick in Spanish version doesn't sound French at all. I can't believe this!
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah.
That's criminal! He'd lose his personality! His name is Lumiere!
Wait, Spanish Sonic dubs are not very good, at least not in Spain.
Oh. Oh.
Well, you know what? We can.
I mean, well, the thing is, soy gringa, and I don't.
We could definitely make that.
No hablo
I tell you what.
español.
You know what's funny? Because I actually have like a pretty much set voice for Shadow in Spanish.
Yeah. Also, Jumper TV, I want to point out that he came up with those numbers and just didn't forget them.
I did not forget them.
He came up with them on the spot and just didn't forget, and I was very impressed by that.
Yeah, 3056.
I always try to avoid
3056.
doing that because I'm like, I am not going to remember that. So I was very impressed when he just remembered them. Gasps in Spanish, I know. So far, he's doing really good. See, I'm really happy everyone likes
Oh,
him.
thank you. Everybody's very
Spanish
supportive
Sonic
also.
would be a funny stream. Honestly, I know a lot of you guys who speak Spanish as a first language.
Yes, it'd be really funny.
And everyone would be like, especially Earthbound Gamer here, he and his wife would be like, oh my god,
Well,
this is so much better.
I tell you what, Earthbound Gamer. I think it was yesterday. Was it yesterday? Anyway, there is a brief Spanish cameo from one of the egg balls.
Marco, everyone's putting thumb screws on you now to do Spanish, Shadow.
Why?
They want to hear it. They're not gonna judge. A lot of them don't even speak any Spanish.
Well, it's just a matter of like lowering down the voice, really. Like what I heard, and I've been kind of listening to different Spanish Shadows, and like the main thing
Okay,
is
well,
to go.
he should go on about how much he loves gringas, because think about it. If English Shadow loves Latinas, doesn't it make sense for Hispanic Shadow to be in love with gringas?
No, you got me thinking about that.
No.
Wait, I just love Latinas, but it's in Spanish.
Exactly, you just need to be switched around. I just love, whatever you'd say in Spanish, I just love gringas, Sonic.
A mí me gustan todas las gringas.
It has to be like that seductive tone he did it, and you know?
Oh, the seductive.
You know, he's
tone.
like, in the meme one, he's like, I just love Latinas, Sonic.
A
Like
mí simplemente me encantan las gringas, Sonic.
Spanish Shadow should convince him to ditch flour tortillas fish. Yes, he really should. If we just make Shadow, literally, he only speaks Spanish.
Esas malditas tortillas de harina no me gustan. Solo me gustan las de maíz.
Only corn.
Spanish Shadow, I love white women.
I love that.
But to think about it, it just makes sense. If basically, you know, English-speaking Shadow loves his Latinas.
Yes.
We're just reversing it. Oh dear.
Please make this canon.
Magnifico. I've noticed that the Google chat here has automatic translation. It didn't used
Wait,
to
does
do that.
it?
Yeah,
Are you
look,
serious?
Gadget typed in Magnifico, but it translated it to Magnificent.
Magnificent. Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's automatically
Oh,
translating.
what does Earthbound Gamer say? How cool.
Is that amazing in Spanish? See? And he speaks
No,
Spanish.
yeah, it's because like I've listened. Obviously, I'm not claiming to be as good as the people on the other Spanish YouTube Sonic channels, but that is pretty much all they do. Like one of the most popular ones up there. That's kind of what he does.
Does that mean we are de-Latinifying Rouge? I don't know. She was a fake Latina anyway. She was like Christina Aguilera. It's like she got the name, but she doesn't speak a word of Spanish. She didn't know her dad. She's literally the same story. It's like, not really Latina.
No puedes cambiar a mi Rouge. Ella siempre va a ser latina para mí.
I don't know what you said, but I like it.
You cannot change, Latina Rouge. She will always be mine.
I think having Latino Shadow going on about how much he loves white girls would be a bit weird anyway.
Wait, from Roly Poly, we did actually say it would be really funny if we made Shadows like Latino of Spanish origin.
Yeah, why not? I mean, listen, they kind of make his muzzle a bit darker anyway, don't they?
Yes, they do,
Like,
yes.
he and Rouge genuinely seem to have that Latino color to them.
Spanish Shadow and British Rouge.
Oh my god. Are Sonic Sally together in this universe? Blue Blur, let's just wait and see. Let's just wait and see what's going on. And if one thing's true right now, I am perfectly willing and happy for things to change as the story goes along, because that's what it's all about. Yeah, if anyone's here for the ships, then yeah, it's logically going to be a lot more realistic going forward, because we can even, like, really kiss, because there was no way I was going to do it with my umbrella.
Well, yes.
trade-off. Kind of have fish voice acting and fish teaching Spanish rude. Yeah.
Spanish.
YouTube has an audio translation when it picks up other languages. It's so shite. Yikes. It's got really good on Facebook now and Instagram.
Yes. No,
It's very
but Moon
clever.
is absolutely right. The Spanish translation for any of the videos, or vice versa, if you go in,
Very cringy.
it is so bad. Yes.
Okay, guys, I think we're losing the plot now, all of us, so I'm gonna say good night to everyone. Also, Roly Poly, making Rouge French makes even less sense of the name because that means that they just called their child Red. That's like the equivalent of calling a child Red in English, so I'm gonna say she can't possibly be French. And her mother must have just thought it sounded fancy. Okay, guys, I am going to be back tomorrow with another stream, and I'm pretty sure we'll be doing another behind-the-scenes thing like this either next Tuesday or the one after, okay?
Now we're in the loop of Son Amy kissing.
Million view idea. Honestly, I'm not against it. It could be like the first proper
That,
upload to the
that's
channel.
one way to get 3,000 watch
It
hours
would be
so
a way
quickly.
to get the watch hours in, guys. It would be. Okay, good night, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.
Bye.